heck of a football game. I mean, we knew it was going to take 60 minutes to beat those guys, and we used every second of it to get it done. You know, I guess the thing that I'm most proud about this football team is that there was never a point in the game where no matter what was happening, anybody got down, no matter what the situation was. I mean, I remember when Elijah put the ball on the ground on the fourth play of the game, as those guys were coming off, the defense was going on, saying, hey, we got your back, don't worry about it. And that's the way it was throughout the entire game, no matter what happened. So really proud of the way this team played. And my hat's off to Pat and that football team. I mean, they're a heck of a football team. They're going to win a lot of games, and we are very fortunate to get this one, but very proud of our football team. And what a crowd tonight! It was electric out there. I mean, the fans did they were our edge. I mean, that was a big key for us.
Final drive, 3 fourth down conversions. Ryan had that catch where he went from, I guess, 5'11" to like 6'5" on that one.
Yeah, I mean, Ron Switz was a player. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. He's a player. And, you know, in the game plan this week, from what we had saw, he knew he was going to have an opportunity to have a big game. He knew he was going to be, basically because they're so, you know, run dominant stopping defensively. I mean, they get those backers in there, the safeties are involved. So basically was going to have him one-on-one against the safety the majority of the game. And so, you know, we felt like we could take advantage of that, and he did. He made some great plays and some clutch plays for us tonight.
Do you learn something about your teams when to have the toughness to pull out a game like this? Like, you don't know it until you see it, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. You do. We learned a lot about our football team tonight. We talked about before the game is we had an opportunity to establish the identity of this football team. You know, and I can say there's a lot of grit in this football team, for one, a lot of toughness. You know, all the intangibles that we need to be successful. You know, our guys had a great week of preparation, and that was the key. I mean, they prepared starting Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They prepared to win this football game, and can't say enough good things about them.
Do you see similarities between this and what you guys did at Georgia Tech last year?
Yeah, I guess I hadn't even thought about any of that, but yeah, I mean, we were down 21 in that game in the first quarter and fought back. So, you know, there were a lot of really good things that came out of this game. I mean, just the grit that it took to get this thing done. I mean, because that's a good football team out there. I mean, Pat's got a great team, and they're gonna win a lot of games. I mean, they really are. And you know, anytime we have the ball 18 minutes, 18 minutes to win a football game, that's tough to do. Tough to do.
You regularly say that you don't care much about time possession.
I don't.
What does it to affect? I'm not going to try and change that. What does it do to the team to only have the ball for 32 seconds in the first quarter, and how does it change or affect what you guys do to keep a defense rested and to keep an offense energized?
You know, at the end of the first quarter, we realized we only had the ball like 3 plays or 4 plays, and so we knew offensively we had to keep the defense off the field. So it was just do what we do. I mean, we didn't have a chance to get into a rhythm really in the first quarter, and we got into some sort of a rhythm in the second quarter. You know, came out a little stale in the first quarter in that first series, and then got going again. So, you know, still a little bit of inconsistency. I think we're close to setting a national record for safeties. So that's something that I guess, can be proud of. That was a 2-away. We'll work hard to get that, I guess. I've never seen anything like it, actually. So, I mean, who was that team?
Wake Forest. 2001.
I'm gonna have to call Jim and ask him how he did that. So, but yeah, I'm proud of these guys.
You got 2 stops at the end when you needed it. Was it just a matter of the defense bowing their neck, or was there some kind of adjustments?
No adjustments. They just bowed their neck. They gutted it up and they got it done. You know, and they made the plays. They made the tackles. There were no missed tackles in those last couple of series, and they got some really good running backs. And the way they stretch you with 10, I mean, they do some really good things. It makes it difficult for you. And so again, we made the plays when we had to make them.
Coach, talk about Bug and his game tonight.
Who?
Bug, how?
Oh yeah, Bug. Well, I mean, 2 heavily contested catches down there in the end zone, you know, and I promise there's nobody happier than Lonnie, which is his dad. And his dad is on him extremely hard all the time. I mean, he's a great dad. And I promise you, his family's proud of him. I mean, we're all proud of him. Bug, that's what Bug can do. He can go up. He's a big-bodied guy that can go up and play above the rim, and he can go make the catch.
What allowed Mitch to be so successful and so calm
Yeah, I mean, that's who he is. I mean, really, he's not when good things happen, you don't see him going crazy, and when bad things happen, you don't see anything. I mean, he's pretty even keeled all the way, and you don't really know what his emotions are, which is really an ideal situation for a leader, because everybody on the team knows exactly where he's going to be all the time, and he's just solid as a rock. I don't think he ever doubted they would make the plays.
That mirror was.
I think there's one that he'd love to have back, and it was the 3rd and 3, and threw a low ball to Switzer over there in the flat. He'd love to have that one back there, I promise you.
How often do you replicate that kind of situation in practices?
Oh, I mean, we start back in camp with 2-minute situations. I mean, that's and then we get it, every single week, some type of different scenario that we work against the defense at the end of our practice, to replicate a 2-minute situation. And we do it, we gotta kick a field goal, we do it, we gotta score 7, we do it, we gotta score 8, we do every situation we possibly can.
How has Ryan evolved as a receiver that allowed him to have this kind of performance?
Well, I think a lot of it was what the defense was doing, I mean, they were gonna stop the run, and they stopped the run. We knew that it was gonna be difficult to run against, but we wanted to do enough in the running game where they still had to stay the same. And they did. I'm going to bet you that they blitzed probably 80% of the time in that game. I don't know what the numbers are, but I just know from watching it and thinking about what they were trying to accomplish each and every series. I mean, it was blitz after blitz. It was corner blitzes, crossfires, plugs. I mean, they were bringing it all. Just everything that you could possibly see. So they were going to stop the run and put those secondary guys, in a position where they were going to have to make some plays. And fortunately, we were able to keep those guys off Mitch long enough so he could make the plays.
How concerned were you at the end when Elijah didn't get into the end zone and the clock is ticking, that you were going to be able to get a play off and be able to make it a good play?
I thought we would get a play. I thought for sure we were going to get a play off. I mean, because we had already talked about the guys. If we did run it, and again, that's a run pass option where the quarterback's got to make the right decision. We had talked about not running it, but he handed it off, so they had to get off the ground, and they ate up as much time up there as they probably could. I think there was about 13 seconds left on the clock when we finally got a play off, something like that.
Elijah took a while.
Yes.
Elijah took a while to go down there. Were you kind of thinking to yourself, go down now so we can keep it?
No, I was thinking, get in the end zone. Get in the end zone.
You had like 12 guys.
Yeah, get in the end zone. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Austin.
Last one.
Yeah, Austin
record
rolled.
game for you.
Oh, heck of a game. And Austin, if you watch our guys, Austin's probably our best route runner. That guy can run routes, and that's probably a credit to, his dad and the years of experience and growing up as a gym rat or a football rat, and he's got great hands, he can make all the catches, and he made some crucial catches for us tonight.